I've got the top 5 best performing tokenized real-world assets that you can buy right now. If you're new to the tokenization that's currently going on, this can sound overwhelming. Basically, I've picked 5 real-world assets that rich people typically invest in. But here's the twist. All these 5 things have been broken down into digital shares, or tokens. Picture them like just another crypto coin. But apart from just another coin, these coins are backed by real, physical assets. And when you buy them, you are given proof of ownership, and you can even claim the physical asset if you wanted to. And if you've ever thought about investing, now is the perfect time, because these 5 assets can beat the stock market in terms of returns. So let's get straight into it.
At BlackRock, when we bought BGI, we had $290 billion of ETFs. Today, we have $3.5 trillion. If we could ETF a Bitcoin, imagine what we could do with all financial instruments.
You know what else is a financial instrument? Precious metals. You can buy precious metals like gold by buying a coin. It sounds silly, but it's actually the next best thing to owning a real piece of physical gold. If you've ever tried messing around in those stocks and shares platforms like Robinhood, for example, you've probably seen that you can buy gold with a few clicks right then and there through the website. But do you know what you are really buying? You're buying what is called paper gold, which means that the investment you make has no reflection on the gold market. That money stays in paper gold, and you could never redeem it for physical gold. Tokenization changed all that. If you buy coins like Pax Gold or Tether Gold, or even Perth Mint Gold token, you are buying an ounce of a specific physical gold bar stored in a vault. These coins and many others provide verifiable ownership and sometimes allow physical redemption. Do you see how it makes so much more sense to buy a gold token that gives you a right of ownership of a real physical gold bar, instead of buying paper gold at the same price from a stockbroker? But to get a better understanding of just how powerful tokenization is, think about this for a second. Let's say you are browsing through a stockbroker's website because you decided to buy some actual stocks, right? You don't want precious metals, you want stocks. What if I told you that even if you wanted to buy stocks, it is still better to buy them in the form of a coin? So let's say you want to buy Tesla stock. You can do it the old way through a broker like Robinhood, or the new way using blockchain and tokenized stocks. With Robinhood, you can only buy during market hours. That's 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or New York time. And when you sell, you have to wait 1 business day to get your money. These brokers also hold your stocks for you, meaning you don't technically own the stock, but rather the broker owns it. If they freeze accounts or limit trades, like they did with GameStop, you're stuck. Plus, brokers charge hidden fees and make money off your trades. Tokenized stocks work differently. Platforms like Securitize and T0 let you buy real Tesla stock as digital tokens on the blockchain. This means you can trade anytime you want, and transactions settle instantly, so you get your money right away. Since it's on the blockchain, you own the stock directly, without a middleman controlling access. No broker to stop you from trading, no long waits, and no hidden fees. The only downside for the moment is that there are still fewer people using these platforms compared to the established brokers, and the rules around them are still developing. So if you want a safe and simple way to invest, stockbrokers are a great choice. But if you want faster trading, 24/7 access, and actual ownership, tokenized stocks are the way to go. Alright, so we've covered the standard stuff like precious metals and stocks and bonds, but this next one will blow your mind. Tokenization can be applied to anything that has real value. And some things have a slightly more questionable value than others, but nonetheless, people buy them like crazy. We're talking about luxury items, cars, yachts, jewelry, watches, and even special wines. It sounds crazy, but imagine being able to own part of a Rolex, a rare bottle of wine, or even a luxury car without needing a ton of money. Well, now you can. You can buy small shares of high-end items, just like you would with stocks or crypto. Instead of paying $100,000 for a Rolex, you can own a fraction for $100. If you collect all the shares or tokens, you can even claim the real item. Platforms like 4K Protocol and Courtyard.io store the real items in vaults, keeping them safe and proving they're authentic. Since everything is recorded on the blockchain, you don't have to worry about fakes or scams. Your ownership is 100% verified. Whether you want to make money, own something rare, or just invest smart, tokenized luxury is the future. Here's a quick example. If you invested in the stock market between 2013 and 2024, you'd see a 14.66% return per year. And adjusted for inflation, that comes down to 11.81% per year. And to be honest, that's a pretty good return. But take whiskey for example. During that same period, some special bottles prices have skyrocketed. The Knight Frank Rare Whiskey 100 Index tracks the performance of 100 of the world's most desirable rare Scotch whiskies. They reported that some bottles have seen a 582% increase in value over the decade leading up to 2020. So it's starting to look like you can practically buy anything as a token, right? You wouldn't be wrong if you thought so. According to a recent American Time Use survey, we spend on average 15 to 16 hours per day at home. And those very places we spend that time in can also be broken down into tokens and sold to buyers. Normally, buying real estate takes a lot of money, time, and paperwork. But with tokenization, properties are split into small digital shares called tokens, which you can buy for as little as $50. So if you're part of the true believers in real estate, that could be a better investment strategy than the standard stock market strategy. Basically, each token represents a piece of the property, so you can earn rental income and see your investment grow just like owning a house. Everything is recorded on the blockchain, making transactions safe, transparent, and protected from fraud. With regular real estate, buying and selling takes months, but with tokenized properties, you can trade your shares instantly, 24/7, on platforms like Realty, Lofty AI, and Propy. Since everything runs on blockchain technology, there are no banks, lawyers, or middlemen slowing things down, which also means lower fees. For centuries, real estate has been one of the best ways to build wealth, but most people couldn't afford to get in. Well, now anyone can own a piece of valuable property without needing millions. It's a smarter, faster, and more flexible way to invest. The only question is, are you getting in before the rest of the world catches on? And lastly, we've got NFTs. Remember NFTs? No, I'm just kidding. But it's actually similar. Tokenized fine art and collectibles let anyone invest in expensive items without needing millions. Things like Picasso paintings, rare baseball cards, and classic comic books. The tokens are stored on the blockchain, while the real artwork or collectible is kept safe in a vault or museum. Platforms like Masterworks, Artery, and Freeport let people buy, sell, and trade these shares just like stocks. NFTs, on the other hand, are purely digital. Tokenized fine art is backed by real, physical assets. NFTs can be created by anyone and often have unstable prices, while tokenized art holds value because it's tied to rare, verified collectibles, which hold real value in the real world and have done so for decades and sometimes centuries. This makes tokenized art less risky and more stable than NFTs. Plus, instead of waiting months to sell a painting through an auction house, you can trade your shares instantly on blockchain marketplaces. With tokenization, investing in art and collectibles is no longer just for the rich. It gives anyone the chance to own a piece of something valuable, with the security, transparency, and speed of blockchain. Whether it's a famous painting or a rare comic book, fine art investing is now easier, safer, and open to everyone. But while cash is disappearing, they are also trying to get rid of the cryptocurrencies. The banks can't have decentralized money flowing around in the economy and have proposed their own versions of centralized digital currencies. If you want to find out more, watch this video on how they are trying to end Bitcoin. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay informed.